Hey there, James Taylor here, keynote speaker on creativity, innovation, and future trends. Today I'm in the beautiful Catskill Mountains in upstate New York, very near to Woodstock. We're running a creative retreat here this week. This is actually our 8th year of this retreat, and I think it's our 45th creative retreat that we've actually run. We run them all around the world. And while I was here, I learned about a new piece of research that had just come out. It was co-written with one of the professors from the University of Montana, and it was in relation to whether artificial intelligence could be creative. And obviously this is what I speak about. I speak about creativity and I speak about artificial intelligence. So I was really interested in this piece of research and what they found out. And what they did is they had this AI take a test which is called the Torrance test, which is a very popular test for testing on levels of creativity. It basically tests on convergent and divergent thinking, and it tells you, levels of creativity. And in this case, the AI took this test, took this series of questions, and what they found out was fascinating. They found out this AI scored in the top 1% of people when it came to creativity. Now, I can already hear people saying, well, James, you talk about how humans, this is our competitive advantage, being creative. And to a certain extent, our human type of creativity is a competitive advantage because it works very different from artificial forms of creativity. And it's not to say one is better or the other, they're just slightly different as well. So here is what my belief has always been. At some point, artificial intelligence will surpass us in the kind of levels of creativity that we really think is only a human thing could possibly do. We're already seeing it in other fields as well, things like programming, chess, for example, the game of Go. So these are all just functions of intelligence, and so eventually we will see AI have super levels of creativity. But this is no bad thing, because what I believe is these will just become potential new creative collaborators for all of us. So we can have a new buddy to try stuff with, to experiment with. They think very differently to us as humans, and that's no bad thing. You want a diversity of thought, a diversity of creative thought. So as we go into this new age, where there will be levels of AI machine learning that will have super levels of creativity, but there'll be a different version of creativity to our own human levels, we need to think of them as new types of collaborators. In fact, let me tell you another little story. There was recently a game, and this was a game of Go. Go is an ancient Chinese board game, much more complicated than the game of chess. And this game was between AlphaGo, which is an AI-based AI company that had taught its system how to play this game of Go, and the game was between this AI that had learned the game of Go against a human. Lee Sedol was one of the world's best Go players. And no one thought an AI could do well on a game as complex and as strategic and as beautiful as the game of Go. But in the first few games, the AI kept winning. And then in game 4, in move 78, Lee Sedol, the human, played a move that was so creative, so innovative, so inspired, that it took the whole game of Go to a completely new level. Now here's my question for you. Would Lee Sedol, the human, have ever played a move like that, as creative, as innovative, as inspired, if he hadn't have been challenged by an AI? Because today we see the world's best Go players play game after game alongside AI, and we're seeing their world rankings skyrocket, because I believe these technologies will actually help us unlock something of our true human creative potential. My name's James Taylor, and from here in the beautiful Catskill Mountains in upstate New York, thanks for watching. Hey, it's James Taylor here, keynote speaker on creativity, innovation, and future trends. And I'd like to send you my free creativity blueprint training. It's a 3-part video training series on how to unlock your creative potential, how to break down any barriers or blocks that have been holding you back creatively, as well as how to generate and develop new ideas. In that series, you'll learn all about the creative process, these 5 important steps or stages in unlocking your creativity. We'll also look at some of the most common blocks that we have as creatives and how to break down some of these blocks using proven techniques. And finally, I'm going to show you a framework that you can use to evaluate your creative ideas as you generate them. So all you have to do to get started is to sign up for the free training at training.jamestaylor.me. That's training.jamestaylor.me. Thanks for watching.